Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. Welcome to my channel. Um, so I'm gonna go ahead and put this disclaimer up. It says copyright disclaimer under the section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for for purposes such as criticism, comment, news, reporting, teaching, scholarship, education, and research. Fair use is use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. So I've already gotten my disclaimer out for what I'm going to play. Hey everyone. Hey Carol. Hey Miss Sexy Ray. Hey Sparks. What's up, y'all? Y'all, I didn't want to go live. I was sleepy as all get out. I don't even know if this gonna work. Y'all know how this is. I can't wait till I get all my equipment so that I can do it the other way. But anyway, let me see who else. Hey Rebecca. Hey Robin. Hey Lolita. I did. Cause y'all, hey Michelle. Hey Hattie. When I get off of work, I be so tired. I'm hungry, and y'all don't want me to eat on here. So anyway, I ain't gonna be on here long. But I be so tired, I be like, I can't do it. But then when I get in the house, I'm like, oh well then, I got some energy to do it. I can do it a little bit. Hey, Miss Mel. Yes, Miss Mel. You might want to hit the link and come up here because we're gonna talk about the missing kids in our black community and why. Hey, Angel. um, and hey, Leela, and why they don't do what they do when it comes to the white people with the black people versus the white people. Hey, Angel, I'm gonna let a little more come in. Thank you, Angel, for my very first super sticker. Thank you. Um, hey, it's all about God. And she said, I understand. I was super tired when I got home. I'm in the bed now. Yes, girl. It's like when I'm in that car, I was like, I can't do it. And then when I get in the house and I get situated, I'm like, well, I'm up now. I can do it. So yes. Hey, Miss Shawnee. I miss you, Miss Shawnee. So we're gonna talk about why, hey Chandrika, why these girls are coming up missing. Okay. Some of you may know, some of you may not. I would like for everybody to share this on their Facebook, their YouTube, everything. Not this live, but well, you can share this live if you want to. But the picture of the little girl named Nakaya Gibson from Detroit. She's 13 years old. She went missing on January the 22nd of 2025. And she has not been found yet. It's barely any coverage. Only what the news report. I didn't even see a news report. I seen a couple shares from local people in Detroit, and that's it. Not covered at all. My daughter said, "Hi, her name is DeJane." Hey, wait a minute. DeJanie? Is that what it is? No, DeJanae. Is it DeJanae? Hey, DeJanae. Hey, Penny. So if y'all could y'all share? It's on my community board. Share that for me. Put it on your Facebook, whatever. But this needs to get out. Hey, Pammy Pooh. It's so strange that these babies. And then make it so bad, Mel. Not only that, Mel, it's Nakaya, Naziah, Janaya, because I did a story on Janaya McMichaels. She was in Gary, Indiana. And then it's Kanaya Baker. She the one, I just did a story on her. She ran away and they found her deceased. And they're all between 13 and 14 years old. All of them. So I don't know if Detroit, and then I don't know. Let me tell y'all. I'm in Michigan. I haven't heard anything about her. You see what I mean? And other people in Michigan said they haven't heard about her either. Are you in the Detroit area? It's sad how black women don't get news coverage. Exactly. Oh, I didn't know you was live. I thought you. Yeah, I just came live because I was like, you know what? Let me go live. Hey, Cancer 66, let me go live. It's a lot of stuff going on. I just don't be wanting to cover. Hey, Sonya, I don't want to cover 20. You've 20 minutes from Detroit. I just don't want to cover the Naziah Harris story, although it got me in a chokehold because there's so many other girls that's missing alone in that area as well. And yes, I inboxed you back, Cancer 66. Thank you so much. Oh, you 20 minutes from Detroit. I used to live in Grand Rapids. I'm seriously think it's some trafficking going on. It's something really serious about Detroit. Yes, Mel. That's what I was about to say. And you may be on to something when it comes to the family because the stuff that I put up on, girl, we're gonna say that for another day. And if y'all want to, y'all can go check out my new videos. But yeah, that Amber, this lady in my city last night set her home on fire and locked her three girls in the house, 7, 10, and 12. The 12-year-old died today. Oh my God. Is this in Grand Rapids? Oh my God, that's so sad. Yes, Mel. Yes. Mel, you can hit the link and come up here if you want to. Um, yes, that is so sad. I want to show y'all something. I have an aunt that lives in Detroit. I'm going to mention it to her. And her name is Nakiah Gibson. I got it on my community board. It's not getting any coverage at all, y'all. None. And we need to get her name out there. That's why I want, everybody to share it. Her name is Nakiah Gibson. It's on my community board. I did. I changed I was supposed to go live, y'all. And I changed my mind and I came back. In Chicago as well, Black pregnant postal women that went missing like 5 years ago still haven't been found. Wow. Hey, Capricorn Ma. Hey, Amber and Chat. I love your commentary. Thank you. It said, let me see. It said that the grandma's son is a cop, so I don't know. So if the family is doing trafficking, trust me, it's true. Detroit police involved. Nothing with this family but the trafficking. Wow, I did hear that. Okay, Mel, I did hear that. That the uncle. I actually posted it. If y'all want to know something, what I posted, Chicago lady was recently found. Chicago lady was recently found. BD was not guilty. I'm not for sure. Um, I don't even know what I was about to say now. I'm all confused now. Oh, about the grandmother. Yeah, the grandmother and them in the sex trafficking. Oh, yeah, y'all. Okay, so I put up a video about the um the twins' boyfriend. And he started singing like a bird. Okay, singing like a bird. Oh, the postal worker that's been missing, they found her. Oh, Lolita, they found her. The one that's been missing for 5 years. Hey, Tabby. Wow. Let me show y'all something. And I already put up my disclaimer before everybody came in. I read it and everything. So let me know if y'all can hear it too.
Family dealing with this pain, and she joins us now to tell us this story and this crisis happening across the nation.
It is. It's a crisis that often goes unnoticed in and out of the Black community. And in the Black community in particular, Black women, they're disappearing at record numbers. Now, there's one organization that's doing their best to make sure the families of missing people across the country have the resources to try to find them, as well as bringing attention to the disparities in media coverage when Black women go missing. And Hollywood is even getting involved. Take a look.
That's her fun loving.
It wasn't long ago that Marlena was taking these videos of her beloved niece, Phaedra Walker. But now she fears these videos could be all the family will have.
My niece, Phaedra, has been missing. The last time someone spoke with her in the family was July the 25th.
Marlena says she disappeared shortly after having hand surgery at a local hospital, and all her belongings were left at her residence. Her phone appears to have been lost or taken.
I put in a police report. I haven't heard anything back from them. The family is really worried about her. We don't know what happened to her.
Marlena says the lack of movement towards finding Phaedra is frustrating.
I wanted someone to come out here and ask me questions. They didn't even ask for a picture.
FBI's National Crime Information Center shows that Black people made up 35% of people reported missing in 2022, despite making up only 13% of the population. A study in the Journal of Criminal Law and Criminology points to stark disparities in coverage intensity with missing Black women versus their white counterparts.
I think my daughter's missing.
Earlier this year, the issue was subject of a Lifetime movie called Black Girl Missing, produced by and starring Garcelle Bouvet, who felt the project was necessary.
We go missing and it doesn't seem like anybody cares, right? Whether it's media, whether it's police, and I feel like we need to change that.
The movie illustrates the difference in treatment.
We can name Gabby Petito, Natalie Holloway, we can name a bunch of white girls, and I'm not saying their stories aren't important, but we just need to be equally important as well and be seen and heard.
A nonprofit called the Black and Missing Foundation consulted on the movie. Their co-founder, Natalie Wilson, says the statistic could actually be worse.
We have a population or a community that has a sense of distrust with law enforcement, so they may not be reporting.
Natalie says the lack of media attention makes Black women even bigger targets.
There's a study done by the Urban Institute where they interviewed pimps and pedophiles, and they said that they target young girls, young Black girls and women, because one, they know that no one will search for them, and two, if they're caught, the penalty will not be as harsh. So we have to do a better job in protecting those that are most vulnerable.
The foundation guides families like Phaedra's through everything from police reports to accessing news outlets. They also maintain an extensive database of missing Black people to raise awareness that could be crucial in helping Phaedra's family find her, especially for her teenage daughter.
Father says she's been crying quite often. They really worried about their mom. We just don't know what to think.
Unsure what to think, but still holding on to hope. If you have information on Phaedra Walker or any other missing person, you can contact authorities to help bring them home. The Black and Missing database has the names and faces of more than 50 people missing across this state.
We see the difference in how this is covered. When Gabby Petito, a white woman, goes missing, it's vigils and national headlines for weeks, right? Why is there disparity when Black women go missing?
So one of the things is that it starts from the very beginning. A lot of the time, these missing women are sometimes tagged as runaways. And so unfortunately, if you don't have, a police report, or if you don't have the necessary kind of beginning reports and, more information, it tends to kind of get swept under the rug. So that does happen a lot in the Black community when they are reported. And then, as mentioned in the story, some people are not even reporting because they are, have this distrust with the police, or they're afraid of the authorities. So just off the bat, starting from the beginning, there's just less to work with for a lot of Black communities.
Well, also, you heard it from the woman herself in your piece, that the perpetrators will tell you they go after Black young girls because they don't feel that the investigators will come after them as they do with white women.
Frightening, yeah.
Frightening. Thank you for that report. It's so...
All right. Now, not the instigator start no trouble, but with this hyper Carly Russell, I see it ain't a nice world. While missing Black girls don't get the same media coverage as white girls. Just peep see, 14 missing Black girls in D.C. They ignored the Black women lives and just went on. This is a term called missing white woman syndrome. If they're attractive or wealthy, the system go hard. Take, for example, the case of Elizabeth Smart. It was looking like time's up. She got abducted at 14, found alive after 9 months. Whole press run so they could feel his tragedy. Made headlines nationally and internationally. I get it, but really, during that same time, a 7-year-old black girl was missing in Philly. And we barely was seeing his mention. The year Elizabeth was kidnapped, 800,000 people was missing. Blatant and honestly, it's crazy because horribly, half the people missing was labeled minorities. They owe blacks an apology. They spent 10 years searching for Natalie Holloway. But none of these angels was giving love. Relia Wilson, Felicia Rudd, Phoenix called and Michaela Randall, sheesh. They all still missing or presumed deceased. It hit different every time. You search Natalie Holloway, and this is what you find. I get it, but then folks, you search Felicia Rudd, this is the results. Nah, that's ridiculous. Dr. Umar voice, you don't find that suspicious? It's got me feeling away. Over 400,000 minors missing today. This is just the facts. Now get into the stats. Over 37% of them is black. Deeply disgusted, because they don't make up a third of the media coverage. Our girls missing, this is tragic and it bothers me, but what's also missing compassion and equality. So before it's all over, I pray for those missing that don't get exposure. These is babies. This is crazy. I pray they all come home safely. Bring a blessing among us. Let not a false story shatter the perception of others. Pure facts. Now share this message.
Okay, that there brings chills to my body, y'all. Because we as black women, y'all, we just basically in trouble. They do not care about us. So many of us. Okay, Mel, you can hit the link now. You can hit the link. It's up at the top. It's so sad, y'all. They do not care about us. And they Natalie Holloway and Elizabeth's story was worldwide. Okay? It was worldwide. And hey, Latoya, you know, they searched, like they said, like he said, 10 years. If I'm not mistaken, I think, hey Hattie, I think that they really just didn't they just rule Natalie Holloway like they just now saying like she's dead or something. Yes, it was very touching. It gave me chills. Hey Candace, it gave me chills, y'all. Literally. I mean, everybody need to just drop some prayer hands for us because we not safe. Us black women, we don't get no coverage, no nothing. Like I told y'all, it's the little 13-year-old in Detroit. Her name is Nakaya Gibson. And it's pinned up at the top, Mel. I think it is. Hold on, let me see. Y'all, it ain't pinned. Let me see. Wait a minute. It sure ain't. I don't see. I thought I pinned it. Hell. Yes. Give me them prayer hands. Hold on, y'all. Let me get this for hold on, y'all. Hello. Hey, I'm live. I did. Bad. Okay, hold on, y'all. Hey, my profile. Hey, everybody coming in. I'm trying to do something right quick. No. Hello, Aunt Ma'am. I'm new to your channel. Blessings. He spoke the truth. We are in danger for real. Yes, we are. And thank you for being a new subscriber. Hold on, y'all. I'm trying to get this. I could have sworn I put it up here. I guess I didn't. Hey, Miss White. Okay, I don't know where it's at. Hold on, y'all. Okay, there you go, Mel. Okay, so I dropped it. Um, so yeah, when Elizabeth Smart went missing, I don't even remember it. I just remember watching a movie on Lifetime and with Natalie. Now I remember Natalie Holloway, and they searched and searched and searched. I think Elizabeth was missing for about 9 months, but they had that when I watched it on Lifetime. They had it all over the news. But here it is, this young lady. Hey, Mel.
Hey, y'all.
Here it is, this young lady that's been missing. That's 13 from Detroit, Kanaya Gibson. She's been missing since January the 22nd. Hardly no coverage about this baby. None. And it's so sad. And they was like, well, she left her, well, not, they wasn't saying this to make up an excuse, but they was like, yeah, she left home without her mother's permission or whatever. Okay, so kids are bad. They be rebellious, especially at 13. Not bad, but rebellious or whatever. But dog, that don't mean that, she don't need to, have people out looking for her and she need to be covered. But what they do is they name it as runaways. Everybody is considered a runaway. No, everybody is not running away. Because that's how they did Kanaya Baker, the one that came up missing, and then they found her unalive in South Carolina last week. They labeled her as a runaway, and then 2 days later they found her in an abandoned house. Well, not an abandoned, unoccupied house, set on fire and beaten severely bad
By other kids.
By other kids, yes, by 15 and 16-year-old girls that ran away as well.
Yeah.
And if I'm not mistaken, they got Janiyah McMichaels. They got her as a runaway child.
I don't know what's going on with Detroit, but they need to get their stuff together because something is not right. Like, this is happening too often, and it's really just coming to the forefront.
Yep.
Like too often, and then for it to be similar cases. All of them is pretty much similar. Like you said, everybody just not running away now. Come on now, something.
No, they not.
And then I don't know if you think that live with the with Marquita boyfriend.
He started snitching.
Oh yes, girl. I mean, did you hear him pretty much snitching on her son, Marquita's?
He said he was a police officer, right?
The young boy, that he a child.
No, I missed that part.
Girl saying that basically the little boy must have gotten into some type of trouble up in school, and it was like similar to Jarvis doings.
What?
He didn't go all the way into it, but he was giving more information without giving information. He said a lot without saying a lot. Yeah. And he told him it was given that basically it was given Diddy basement type of stuff. That's what he used, Diddy basement. And I'm like, he a whole lot. I'm like, I wish somebody go ahead and go and and interview him and see what he really wants to. But came to find out, because I went to that particular content creator live last night. He did one about 2:00 in the morning, and then he had to start it over, and it was like 3:00 in the morning. And he was saying that he was over there at their house for about 3 hours, a little over 3 hours.
You talking about Mark?
He
said
I
seen it.
3 hours. I'm like, wow, but my thing was, it's like, okay, well, you really can't talk, or you really don't want to say too much without Roxy being around or having her permission about seeing stuff. So what you go live for? So that kind of like stirred a lot of content creators, a whole total different way. But he did give a little bit and said that it was some type of confrontation that was going on you know, that didn't nobody know anything about, which had to do with Marquita's boyfriend and the older guy that we seen with Nazaya, that he was hugging on her and kissed on her cheek.
Eric.
Yeah, his son was there, and Annette's brother was there. So I guess they called themselves getting into it with Marquita's boyfriend. And that's why the police was there. Because everybody in the chat kept asking, like, what was the police there for? What was the police? And that was why, because it was an altercation between them. So then I believe the altercation had something to do with basically him calling Mark and having Mark come over there. Because at first everybody was looking like, do you know these people for real? For real? You know, are you real close with them? Or, you know, is this staged? You know what I mean? And stuff like that. Because people just wondering, like, how all of a sudden, all of this time, you're just able and being invited up in a crib like that. You know,
That's what I wanted to know. I'm like, dang, they let him up in there. The only thing that I didn't like was he was very confrontational with them, so he didn't really get much out of them because he came in confrontational to me. But I still think that they wouldn't have said nothing either, for real. They would have been getting smart and stuff, because from listening to past interviews and stuff, I see Shannon got a real smart mouth.
Yeah, she did.
So he probably still wouldn't be able to do nothing. Hold on, Sonya. I'm gonna play some of it for you. My profile said that she in Detroit, and she said they all stand together. Okay, let me ask you this. My profile. Have you heard of the Kanaya? What's her name? Wait a minute. Is it Kanaya? It's so many Zanayas. Okay, Kanaya Gibson. She's missing. Have you heard of her? She's in Detroit. She's 13. She went missing on January the 22nd. There's hardly no coverage about her. Yeah, I'm saying a little bit more calmer just to make the situation a little better. But he wasn't. For some of y'all that didn't, I got a little bit of him going over there talking to who was it? The boyfriend. Wait, y'all, the boyfriend called them girls Tasmanian devils.
No.
The Tasmanian devil twins. I said, what? He was like, they sneaky. Me too, Lolita. Oh, so you heard of it? Oh, can you share it? I got it on my YouTube thing because it's nobody like on social media is covering this. Is covering her story.
Hey, this family, I'm telling you.
Hey, Terry.
And was saying some stuff and prompted an argument, right?
This is the boyfriend.
Start where you want to start,
Marquita.
Man, as far as what you want to say with everything. Come on, sit over here close to me and just.
I don't even know what to say, because I ain't really trying to be in it like that, but
He was real low.
it is. But they just pretty sneaky. You see where they at now? Hiding in the back. Low key, my brother called me and trying to keep me on hush about whatever they trying to hush about.
That brother called you.
Yeah, stuff just ain't been right. It's weird. I can't even explain it.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah, man, you was telling me a lot of shit. Like, I guess the auntie was telling me about what's going on with she told you about how the CPS investigation when
Yeah, that was a little weird. So she was over here. I'm guessing they trying to keep stuff on the low because technically she don't live with her mama. I don't know where she claiming she lived, but
Let me stop that part. So that's the part right here where he was saying that CPS was trying to come in and I guess get the kids, but Shannon was not Shannon, the mother was basically she was basically telling Shannon what to say to CPS. So that's what he talking about. So I know people were saying, oh, I think CPS came and got all her kids, but he said they didn't. And he kind of low on here, but he is going to make him kind of talk up a little bit. So that's why y'all having a hard, but I got this video up. There are two men by the names of Jeremy and Adam found a young man by the name of Laquan. Little police failures to us too. Did y'all hear about this? I had to throw this out. I haven't heard of that one. Hey,
It's a version of that of his answering those questions on TikTok.
Oh, it is.
Yeah, because the ones that was done yesterday that people were screen recording, it is kind of hard to, hear him answer. But I guess some people probably, did some audio or, and stuff like that on TikTok, and it was a better version that I actually heard again today. And that's how I was able to make out what he was actually saying, because when it was done yesterday doing the live and people was doing all that screen recording, it wasn't too good. Yeah, I couldn't really understand.
That's Mel up here, Boo Love. Hey, Lexus, Shannon has a very smart mouth. Yes, she do. Carol says Roxy lied about when she came to Detroit. Didn't she say that when she came, Naziah was already missing? Yeah, she did say that. Now, hold on, y'all. Somebody was saying that Roxy was messing with Jarvis too. That came out, but I don't know. I just seen somebody say that. I didn't take it and run with it. I don't know if it's true. Hey guys, Childy. I don't know if it's true or not. It's Mel up here, but that's what they say. And I hope it ain't true, because now I'm starting to wonder, well, God dog, is he the only man in Detroit?
I don't know, because it just seemed like every time I hear something about a missing child, I feel that it's some type of connection with this family. For real. I don't know why. Because it's something new steady coming out. I mean, not even every day, on the hour of the hour.
On the hour. Yes. I can't even keep up. I can't even work my full time.
Yeah, it's crazy, because when you think about it, Naziah, Shannon said in her testimony that Jarvis was in Naziah's life since she was 2 years old. So the grandmother in her testimony said that he barely would come around the kids, and they would always go out to him, and Shannon would even go out to his truck. She made it seem like it was literally no contact. He wasn't coming in the house or none of that stuff. So what's so crazy is that Shannon, your mother just got off the stand with her testimony, and you come right behind her saying the total opposite. Yeah. You turn around, and 1 minute she out there, she being fast, she probably went to go get some D, this, that, and the third. And then the next thing you saying is that you didn't even know that she was sexually active. But you found out about her pregnancy test.
Yep. Yep.
Stuff up. Definitely could not make it up.
Yes, I'm trying to look for the one on TikTok, but I don't want to play no music. Hold on.
So I know it's another guy. This other guy, his name is Damien. He's supposed to be a new character that played some type of role as well in this, but I gotta go back into that concept reading and see if he actually did what he did. When he get information, he the one got the information. It's gonna turn his butt in.
And he on TikTok?
I'm not sure. He not on TikTok. He on YouTube.
YouTube. Oh, okay. Let me see. She said, I think she changed because he was engaged and she felt manipulated, but she's still talking to her abuser as well. She said, we have a site called Crime in the D. Research her on there. Okay. Let me see. Here we go. This the twin boyfriend.
You see where they at now? Riding in the back. Low key, her brother called me and trying to
keep me on hush about whatever they're trying to hush about.
Their brother called you.
Yeah, stuff just ain't been right. Man, it's weird. I can't even explain it.
So, yeah, man, you was telling me a lot of shit. Like, I guess the auntie was telling me about what's going on with she told you about how the CPS investigation when the
Yeah, that was a little weird. So she was over here. I'm guessing they trying to keep stuff on the low because technically she ain't live with her mama. I don't know where she claimed she lived, but that's what she got. But she house hopping, so I'm trying to keep that on the low somehow.
I'm not sure why, Miss Love.
Since this thing got serious, she was over here. Of course, I ain't want her, but she was over here. And one day, CPS, I guess, came to her grandma's house. So it was late. She busted in the door talking about CPS at grandma's house, my mama's house.
put that dog in the room. Can't hear you over the dog.
She like what she said.
They already can't hear you.
Oh, so she like CPS at my mama's house. So I get up being nosy. They're like, I think they about to take the kids or whatever. So they didn't take the kids because from what I heard, from what they were saying was Fortino was there, and being that he has nothing to do with the case, they didn't really go forward with what they were supposed to do, I guess. So after all that, we at the table. Her mama called Shan. They on speakerphone. And she basically schooling her on like, say this and say that, use this address when CPS call you because they already let her know that we're about to get in touch with Shannon probably the next day or whenever. So she got time to call her, tell her this and that. And it just, even if it wasn't something sneaky, it looks sneaky. And I don't know nobody that got to call somebody else to school them on shit, especially in that situation. If y'all doing shit the right way, whatever you said, it's the same thing she ain't gonna say. You shouldn't have to call her and be like, hey, say this.
So it's like they basically covering something up. You know what I'm saying? Telling each other what to say to get away with some shit. Sound like
they always whispering. I pretty much stay to myself because I ain't got shit to do with this shit, and I ain't trying to really be in it. But at the same time,
like, so why are you in it? Because she live here with you. Said you want her out of your house
here, and then I got a heart. I care about this situation. And y'all doing shit in my face that's making me feel like what people saying that don't even know y'all is right. So now I feel like I gotta say something because I'm starting to really feel like y'all did some shit. Y'all too secretive coming in this house. Y'all sneaking, like, say shit. If Shannon ain't here, that girl getting up early as hell in the morning. They talking on the phone. She ain't up here. I'm asleep. When I get up, conversation ends. It's like I'm really not hearing too much of this and that. It's too sneaky.
And then
it's other shit that I've literally heard that just don't really make sense. Like, there's been moments where we already got to the point where Nazai is gone. You didn't got a call. I want to say it was from the police officer brother. But got a call from him saying, you might need to get some money together for the funeral, memorial, whatever you're trying to get money together for. And that girl got the flipping on the phone talking about that. I ain't even dead.
Special K talking to you.
What we need to do all that for? She ain't dead. But you saying it with.
I was muted. Yeah, Special K covering it.
We all at the point where she might be dead. Ain't no way. Hey, this girl just disappeared off the cameras this long.
Right.
So it's just certain stuff.
She's covering it, Special K.
Marquita posting stuff on her Facebook that ain't true. more fishy shit. It's like, no, I'm not fucking with that. Then your daughter told you before she told the father, you know, this man did this. And you, nah, that ain't your dad. You shouldn't have got in the car, shit like that. Then you don't even let your baby daddy know about the situation it takes for her to go to him and then tell him for all this shit to come out like that. And you the first. That shit, that's terrible. Like, you want to be with somebody like that.
Yeah, you.
Okay, so I ain't gonna play it all, but this is floating around. Hey, protect your peace. He need to leave that apartment for his safety. Those are demons. Yes.
Yeah,
Can y'all hear me?
safe. Yeah, I hear you well.
Okay. I cut it off. I don't want to play it all, but that was is it Marquetta or Marquita?
Marquita.
That was Marquita's boyfriend, and as y'all can see, he even said they acting weird. The mama telling them what to say to CPS, and he said that it's making them look like everything that the people is saying is true. They acting real suspicious. Then he got and that has a brother that works for the Detroit police, not a brother, a son that works for the Detroit Police Department as well. So ain't no telling what's going on with that. Like they could be hiding stuff, anything. Hey, April. But for everybody that's just coming in, I want to play something for y'all. I played it for the ones that was here in the beginning. I'm gonna play it for y'all too. It's gonna give y'all chills because it gave me chills.
Thanks for having me as well, Amber. I appreciate it.
Oh, you're welcome.
We definitely need to all try to put this community together to try to get this stuff solved because
these stories out.
Across this country. Ray Williams spoke with a local family dealing with this pain, and she joins us now to tell us this story and this crisis happening across the nation.
It is. It's a crisis that often goes unnoticed in and out of the Black community. And in the Black community in particular, Black women, they're disappearing at record numbers. Now, there's one organization that's doing their best to make sure the families of missing people across the country have the resources to try to find them, as well as bringing attention to the disparities in media coverage when Black women go missing. And Hollywood is even getting involved. Take a look.
That's her fun loving.
It wasn't long ago that Marlena was taking these videos of her beloved niece, Phaedra Walker. But now she fears these videos could be all the family will have.
My niece, Phaedra, has been missing. Last time someone spoke with her in the family was July the 25th.
Marlena says she disappeared shortly after having hand surgery at a local hospital, and all her belongings were left at her residence. Her phone appears to have been lost or taken.
I put in a police report. I haven't heard anything back from them. The family is really worried about her. We don't know what happened to her.
Marlena says the lack of movement towards finding Phaedra is frustrating.
I wanted someone to come out here and ask me questions. They didn't even ask for a picture.
FBI's National Crime Information Center shows that Black people made up 35% of people reported missing in 2022, despite making up only 13% of the population. A study in the Journal of Criminal Law and Criminology points to stark disparities in coverage intensity with missing Black women versus their white counterparts.
I think my daughter's missing.
Earlier this year, the issue was subject of a Lifetime movie called Black Girl Missing, produced by and starring Garcelle Bouvet, who felt the project was necessary.
We go missing and it doesn't seem like anybody cares, right? Whether it's media, whether it's police, and I feel like we need to change that.
The movie illustrates the difference in treatment.
We can name Gabby Petito, Natalie Holloway, we can name a bunch of white girls, and I'm not saying their stories aren't important, but we just need to be equally important as well and be seen and heard.
A nonprofit called the Black and Missing Foundation consulted on the movie. Their co-founder, Natalie Wilson, says the statistic could actually be worse.
We have a population or a community that has a sense of distrust with law enforcement, so they may not be reporting.
Natalie says the lack of media attention makes Black women even bigger targets.
There's a study done by the Urban Institute where they interviewed pimps and pedophiles, and they said that they target young girls, young Black girls and women, because one, they know that no one will search for them, and two, if they're caught, the penalty will not be as harsh. So we have to do a better job in protecting those that are most vulnerable.
The foundation guides families like Phaedra's through everything from police reports to accessing news outlets. They also maintain an extensive database of missing Black people to raise awareness that could be crucial in helping Phaedra's family find her, especially for her teenage daughter.
Father says she's been crying quite often. You know, they really worried about their mom. We just don't know what to think.
Unsure what to think, but still holding on to hope.
If you have information on Phaedra Walker or any other missing person, you can contact authorities to help bring them home. The Black and Missing database has the names and faces of more than 50 people missing across this state.
We see the difference in how this is covered. When Gabby Petito, a white woman, goes missing, it's vigils and national headlines for weeks, right? Why is there disparity when Black women go missing?
So one of the things is that it starts from the very beginning. A lot of the time, these missing women are sometimes tagged as runaways. And so unfortunately, if you don't have, a police report, or if you don't have the necessary kind of beginning reports and, more information, it tends to kind of get swept under the rug. So that does happen a lot in the Black community when they are reported. And then, as mentioned in the story, some people are not even reporting because they are, have this distrust with the police, or they're afraid of the authorities. So just off the bat, starting from the beginning, there's just less to work with for a lot of Black communities.
Well, also, you heard it from the woman herself in your piece, that the perpetrators will tell you they go after Black young girls because they don't feel that the investigators will come after them as they do with white women.
Frightening, yeah.
Frightening. Thank you for that report. It's so...
All right. Now, not the instigator start no trouble, but with this hyper Carly Russell, I see it ain't a nice world. While missing Black girls don't get the same media coverage as white girls. Just peep, see, 14 missing Black girls in D.C. They ignored the Black women lives and just went on. This is a term called missing white woman syndrome. If they're attractive or wealthy, the system go hard. Take, for example, the case of Elizabeth Smart. It was looking like time's up. She got abducted at 14, found alive after 9 months. Whole press run so they could feel his tragedy. Made headlines nationally and internationally. I get it, but really, during that same time, a 7-year-old Black girl was missing in Philly. And we barely was seeing his mention. The year Elizabeth was kidnapped, 800,000 people was missing. Blatant and honestly, it's crazy because horribly, half the people missing was labeled minorities. They owe Blacks an apology. They spent 10 years searching for Natalie Holloway, but none of these angels was giving love. Relia Wilson, Alicia Rudd, Phoenix called and Michaela Randall, sheesh. They all still missing or presumed deceased. They hidden every time. You search Natalie Holloway, and this is what you find. I get it, but then folks, you search Alicia Rudd, this is the results. Nah, that's ridiculous. Dr. Umar voice, you don't find that suspicious? It's got me feeling away. Over 400,000 minors missing today. This is just the facts. And get into the stats. Over 37% of them is Black. Deeply disgusted, because they don't make up 1/3 of the media coverage. Our girls missing, this is tragic and it bothers me. But what's also missing, compassion and equality. So before it's all over, I pray for those missing that don't get exposure. These are babies. This is crazy. I pray they all come home safely. Bring a blessing among us. Letting out a false story shatter the perception of others. Pure facts. Now share this message.
So, like Miss White said, I don't know if she's still in here.
100,000.
But just like Miss White said, Carly Russell actually made it worse for us. For her to go do that stunt like she did actually made it worse. It gave me chills listening to that. And it's sad because we're not getting the exposure that we need whenever our kids go missing, um or even like a mother or whoever it is. um we don't get the coverage that we should get. And yes, yes, Mel, she's the one up here with me. Yes, she's covering Naziah Harris story too. Actually, Mel covers a lot of crime stories too. So y'all,
And
somebody, yeah,
I want,
you
I don't want to forget, but I've been going through those testimonies, throughout when they was all giving their little testimonies. But what kind of stood out to me as well when they have to do with Detroit's police department, the the fiance of Jarvis, her testimony in particular. So she stated that I think it was the day before or the day of that she had went to go pick Jarvis up. Jarvis didn't have his phone with him at that time, but she went to go pick him up because he was turning himself in from a previous case. And supposedly, when he was getting on their way to the police station for him to turn himself in, they turned him back around. They rescheduled it. So that didn't make sense to me right there. Like, if somebody has turned themselves in for a crime that they did, especially the crime that he was going for, he was already on probation. He was turning himself in. He got caught with a weapon, as a felon. He got caught with a weapon on probation. So he was supposed to turn himself in. And it's just the whole fact and the thought of, had the police would have took him when he was trying to turn himself in, Naziah would still be alive. He would have been locked up. Even for just small things like that, it stands out. And it's sad that all the way around, this baby has just been failed by everything. All the way around. CPS, the family, her parents, all of that. And me personally, I don't care what it was. Folks that did not agree, when I did my live about the father or whatever. Okay, I get it. He was sick at that time. Okay, whatever. But he still
didn't agree with.
He still turned over his rights at the end of the day.
His father just is as fault as her father is just as fault as the family, if you ask me. I mean, I don't mean to talk about the deceased, but he basically chose his wife.
Yes.
Hey, Jello Shots.
And then he turned over his rights, but then on his interview, I'm basing it off of what he said out of his own mouth. It didn't have anything to do, as far as with him passing away, unfortunately. It's just the whole fact that the things about Naziah is what is being spoken of, and what he said when they had to do with her, and his reason for why he claimed that he was there, but he wasn't there. I'm like, no, first of all, you turned over your rights, young man. You turned your rights. You wasn't planning on being there. If you turned over your rights, you gave your rights up, then you just done with the whole entire situation. But not only that you turned over your rights, but you say you put yourself on child support. So it's either you're going to be there or you're not going to be there. So you couldn't do both.
He knew exactly what he was doing when he put himself on child support.
Exactly.
And that's just like even with the Janiyah McMichael story, the father the same way. Like, he did this long interview and I did a video on it, but he wasn't active in her life. Like, he hadn't seen her since she was 6. He said the mother was holding, wouldn't let him see her, and said that he paid child support or whatever. But whenever you pay child support, you have just as much rights to that child that the mother has.
Yeah. I just did not understand, because people just like, well, if he gave up his rights, then, he just didn't care. He didn't have to do nothing. I say, well, if he gave up his rights, he shouldn't have did nothing. You know what I mean? If that was the case, but don't say that I've been there, I did this, I did that, then what did you give up your rights for? You know what I mean? And now just be there just financially. You need to literally be there, Because had you would have been there, you would have seen all of this weird stuff that was going on around your child.
He would have been able to save his daughter. First of all, he should have never picked his wife. Naziah was a side baby. So you basically had to pick between your wife or the baby. And so you picked your wife. Okay. But I honestly believe that man died from, they say he had congestive heart failure, and I'm not taking that from him. But I really believe that what happened to Naziah carried him on out faster.
Yeah.
I believe he died from guilt, a broken heart. Yes. Honestly.
Because he know in his heart that he should have made better. He should have made
decisions. Exactly. Sabrina said, "Hey, Mel."
Hey, y'all. Hey, everybody. Y'all be
so
safe.
So yeah, y'all, we covering these stories with these missing kids. It's another girl. She was in here. It's Malish. She's a content creator too. Me and her is actually going to collab on some stories, y'all. So we got a lot coming up. We trying to get it together. We're going to collab on some stories about the missing kids and even missing adults, even missing Black women.
Yeah, because you definitely and I'm really suggesting that please take your mental breaks, because with stuff like this, it would definitely overwhelm you. I really had to I have been getting migraines and stuff, you know, because of this doggone story. It was so much going on. I don't just look at people's lives and, you know, what's being covered. I also look at people, you know, the ones who channel and, you know, they do those readings and stuff like that. People that have covered stuff since last year when it very first happened, you know, and just comparing the two of what's going on now and, you know, what happened last year and what people were saying now that's actually coming to the forefront. And I found myself just overwhelmed with this stuff. So when you do get a chance, just try to take your time with it, because one thing about it, once it's out there, it's out there.
It's out there. Yep.
Definitely out there.
Y'all, that's Mel's YouTube channel. Krisha put it in the comments. That's her YouTube channel. You all can hit the link and follow her as well. And I watch a lot of these type of stories about our Black women. Me too. I'm a crime fanatic. I like looking at that kind of stuff, but the missing girls is really, you know, it's near and dear to my heart. You know, nobody should have to, you know, go through that and all of that. And it's really sad. It's unfortunate. And I hate it. And I hate because we don't get the coverage that we're supposed to get.
Thank you, everybody, for subscribing. Thank you, Em, for promoting my page.
You're welcome.
We're definitely going to be on this stuff. And I want to be able to, I'm just going to be starting to put stuff on my community wall as well. So that way, anybody that want to just go over there and see some things that they own, you know, can go ahead and do so. Because really trying to edit out certain parts, you got to look at so many different lives just because you're looking for a certain, you know, certain things that you really just want to highlight. And that stuff takes
forever. It do. They talking to you in the comments.
Oh, okay. Thank you, Jello Shots. Oh, I like that name.
When I seen Sparks saying Jello Shots, I said, why is she saying Jello Shots? And then I seen the name. I said, oh. But Sabrina said, Amber, tell Mel I'm always in her. I always watch her content. I just be in her bushes.
Sabrina, I appreciate you, love. Thank you, Special K. Yes, child, we definitely. T-Baby, thank you. It's great to meet you too. Yes, y'all, we gonna get on this stuff. It's time to start, you know, building a community where we can start talking about things that actually matter. Like, we need to try to make a difference out here. If we can't make a difference, at least we can put it out there, you know, for other folks.
We can get the coverage. Like we can get, I ain't gonna say we're gonna get, you know, real good coverage, but we could get it out there. You know what I'm saying? Like, they can look into it, you know. And so Black Panther say new sub here, Mel. Krisha, y'all, here go Krisha's channel. Y'all please subscribe to Krisha as well. She said, now y'all go follow my page.
Okay.
It's the lounge. So we're going to be doing a lot of talking, lounging, sipping wine and stuff. So we'll have a crime section, then we'll have a get the talking gossip section. And when I say gossip, I mean like reality stuff and, stuff that's going on. And not the saga mess. None of that. But, real stuff, real life stuff. Hey, Beverly.
Hey, Best Queen. Thank you, Best Queen. I like your name.
So,
names.
That's my girl there. So yeah, y'all, we gonna get on this. We're gonna try to get it out there, y'all. Especially these ones that ain't getting no coverage. It's a girl here. Well, she's missing. She's been missing since 2018. Her name is Lakira Goldsmith, and she went missing November 27, 2018. And yeah, y'all. They didn't report her. Well, she got reported. Her mom called the police. She was 20. Her mom called the police and everything. But the police did not make it to the public until some part of January of 2019. So like over a month had went past before they even said anything. And then they be turning her mom around, won't help her. Her mom had to reach out to Maury. Her mom went on the Maury show to get her a reader to read like where she could be at. Oh yeah, I watch her too cute. And they still haven't found her, and the police still over here. They not doing nothing. It's just sad. And that girl been gone since 2018. She had a son that was 2 at the time, and her boyfriend went out on a date, and he dropped her off, and she just disappeared.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
And Jello shot. I actually was in that community too with the Kanika Jenkins case, but I had to get up out of there because it definitely got dark real quick, and people was getting unalived in real life in Chicago, for getting too close to that story. And it's a lot of dark things that's coming across, when I'm getting that feeling again with this one, especially when the boyfriend did that, was asking those, answering those questions from Mark. I was starting to feel that type of way as well, because why would they even come over there thinking that they was going to do something to this man if he was to say anything, knowing that he could potentially know way more information, than they want him, for anybody to be able to find out. So it's just crazy because when you think about it, all of this stuff that's been going on with this family, it has been carried along even from the grandmother's people, her mother or father or whoever, hurt her as a child. For her to allow this type of stuff, you talking about over 40 years worth of generational curses.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a lot, and you definitely have to be careful and be able to just take your time with certain stuff like this, especially when they trying so hard to cover this up because they didn't want that out here. So can you just imagine what else they probably had covered up throughout all of these years? This man had been in this family's life for quite some time, at least a decade.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy.
Ashley Elkins, yep. I've been watching hers too, y'all. She's in Detroit as well. And her they say her ex has something. Actually, they locked him up. And actually, they really calling her deceased because what did they find of hers? I can't remember. But they say they rule her as deceased as well, but they just ain't found the body, nor has he said anything. Did you hear about that, Mel? Ashley Elkins, she went disappearing January the 2nd in Detroit.
Oh, wow.
She's grown with 2 kids. Mm-hmm. And look up the story. I was going to talk about that one as well. They still searching for her. Can't find her, but they ruled her as deceased because I can't remember what they found that made them say that she was deceased. And her uncle is their spokesperson, like Roxy is for Naziah, but the uncle is actually a legal analyst. And he actually be on Fatal Attraction talking on in the background there. I seen him on it last week. I was like, that looked like that girl Ashley Elkins' dad, uncle. And it was. Search the story. It's all over. It's all on TikTok and everything.
The
Yep.
police need to get it together. I don't know. Maybe some folks need to get together and protest, do something. Like, I don't understand. This is ridiculous. When is somebody gonna stand up? For real.
Krisha said, Alexis Ware story had me up many nights. I was so nervous watching it. Yeah, she talks about the Alexis Ware a lot. And anyway, I didn't even want to get into that when Krisha was telling me about that over the phone. I was like, because I be wanting to know what happened. You just vanished in thin air. Like, I really want to know what happened, and they don't have the answers.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's either I don't know if they just not putting forth effort. Do they care, or are you don't really want to go with the whole narrative of thinking like, are they a part of it? It's just like,
okay, April. Lachelle said the boyfriend unalived her. Yeah, they believe he did, and they locked him up because of the evidence that they found, but they actually haven't found her body yet.
It's crazy, Black Panther. It's a lot going on.
It's a lot. And even my girl, our baby mama, the one that's pregnant, she was in here. She came on my panel last week about the Janiyah McMichael story. And have you heard of that, Mel? She in Gary, Indiana, and she lives not across the street, around the street from the family. And she said it's a whole lot of kidnapping going on over there. She said even they target pregnant women, and Janiyah McLean, I did a video on her. She was actually 13 and pregnant.
Wow.
And they say it was by one of her family members who had been molesting her. You'll have to look into the story. You may want to do. I suggest anybody that's blogging do a story on her. Malish, I don't think Malish is in here anymore, but she did a live on her the other day after I brought it to the forefront. She went and did a live and searched and got more receipts on it. And
if you get it's not gonna take up too much time. Just tag my name in when you did it.
Okay. I will. But yeah, we need to get her out there because they think that her mom had something to do with her disappearance because she was her grandmother says she hadn't seen her since April of 2020. Black Bella said, I'm afraid to move. I know that's right. She said she hadn't seen her since April of 2024. Her dad said that family members said that she hadn't been seen since June of 2024, but her mom reported her missing August the 11th of 2024, the day before school started. Wow. And they had an argument because her mom realized that she wasn't using any pads for her monthly, and they started an argument, and they say she ran away through the night.
Wow.
Hey, Anita.
I'll just be so afraid, even for my own girls. They grown, but it just don't even matter these days because you can get snatched up at any given time.
Yep. And that's basically what baby mama was saying when she was up here. Thank you, Cree. She was saying that she was basically saying that it's really because I think she got 4 girls. And she was like, she's scared for her girls. But she said she also scared for herself because they targeting pregnant women and she's pregnant and stuff. What did Boo Love say? Thank you, April. So yeah, y'all, it's something else. I advise anybody that got a platform to blog on a couple of these missing young girls because it's getting to be a little too sad, too much, and they ain't getting no coverage, y'all. Just think about it. When Naziah went missing, y'all, they didn't hardly get no coverage. Now is they're getting coverage. They didn't get coverage back then like that. See, that tells you her mom did pay attention to her daughter if she noticed she wasn't using pads. That's true. Whatever you ladies need, let me know. My aunt, she's the only Black woman with her own radio station out of Chi-Town. What? I can get you guys plugged in with her. Yes, we will love that, D-Wash. Mel, you in Chicago, right?
Uh-huh.
Ooh, yes.
Look at God.
Ain't it? That wasn't nobody but God.
Okay.
Hey, Amelia, I came home and I was like, I'm tired, but I'm not as tired as I was when I was driving getting home. So that's why I came live. But yeah, look at God.
Mm-hmm.
Tracy Bell is her name. Okay, I'm gonna look her up.
Okay.
Tracy Bell. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that'll be good.
Hey, Amelia.
Thank you, Miss Love. Is this the same one? Or did it refund it back? What you said, Mel?
No, I was speaking to Amelia.
Oh. Yeah, y'all. We gonna get this down pat, y'all. We gonna get these girls' names out here that's been missing. Because this don't make, because when I seen, it was another little girl I seen named Zahara Bates from Detroit, but I was wondering if it was true because I couldn't find no type of coverage on her. And
Yeah,
I seen it on
I came
TikTok.
across that one too. Yeah, it was no coverage. Mm-hmm.
I was like, is they making up something now? Oh, okay, I got you, Miss Love. I was like, I don't know if they making up something now, but I couldn't find nothing on her. Nothing. I said, wow. But I have been searching. It's a lot of girls. I was gonna do a video and put the girls that I did come across that was missing. And I was like, oh, this is gonna take so much time. But I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna try. I ain't gonna do all of them because it's so many. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna do a video and show the girls that's missing and all of that stuff or whatever. And we need to just share it out, and where they missing from and stuff like that. Because y'all, we ain't getting no coverage at all.
Most definitely. Most definitely. I'm gonna let you get some rest though,
All right, it was good having you. I'm gonna get off myself. I've been on here long enough. I'm gonna get off myself.
Yeah, I'm gonna do a little bit more research and try to see what else is out there that's new
Okay.
information
If
or
I come
whatever.
across anything like I'm talking about, like not the Nazaya Harris, because I'm like, I'm in a chokehold with it, and I'm trying to get out the chokehold with it because it's just too much happening. You know what I'm saying? I'm ready for March to come. But
For real.
if I come across any more girls, I'm gonna hit you up in your DM.
Okay. Or just tag me up in it.
Okay, I do
Cause
that.
I'm gonna be sharing some stuff on my community wall.
Okay.
Yeah, I got you. Okay, see y'all later. Y'all have a blessed night and y'all protect them babies now.
All right. Thank
All righty,
you.
talk to y'all later. All
Okay.
right.
Bye. Y'all, I'm finna get off too. I've been on here long enough. So I'm finna get off. Thank you, Miss Robin. And thanks for everybody coming in. And I shall return. I don't know when. I might be back Tuesday. I might be back Wednesday. I don't know. Y'all know how I feel when I get off of work, when I work my 9 to 5. Well, I work a 9 to 5 Monday through Friday. So y'all know how I feel. So it'd be kind of hard. I work in mental health and I hear so many stories about trafficking. Yeah. Sad. Thank you. Thanks, everybody. What? I didn't see what Gigi said. All right, y'all have a good night. Talk to y'all later. Bye.